or welcome back to my channel. I am not in my usual place. I'm at my parents' house right now because I'm on vacation. As you saw in the title, today we are trying to read books from my 25 books for 2025 list. You may have seen this video earlier in the year. I chose 25 books that I wanted to read this year in 2025. And I only read like 6 or 7 books so far, and I have 4 months left. So I have to, continue reading books from that list. So that's what this reading vlog is about. I'm gonna start with Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I love this author. I've loved Part of Your World. I've loved Yours Truly even more, and I've heard so many good reviews on this one, so I'm so excited. This is the story of Justin and Emma, and they both think they have some kind of curse. Every time they are in a relationship, it doesn't work, and the person they were with finds the love of his or her life just after. Like, they help people find the right person, but it's never the right person for them. So they decide to date each other in order to, after that relationship, find the one. Currently reading Just for the Summer, and so far so good. I love that book. I'm binging it. I'm now 130 pages in. I think it's refreshing. It's funny, but I can see that we have some other topics in this book that are maybe a little bit deeper, a little bit heavier, I would say, and I love that. And also, maybe you know that, but I love when there are family histories and stories, and when the characters have something in their past, something in their childhood that happened. That's exactly what is going on with our main female character. And also we have kind of a mystery, not like mystery thriller, anything like that, but Justin's mother is going to prison. This is said very early in the book, so it's not a spoiler, but we don't know why. We don't know what she's done, and Justin is very upset with her, and that's so intriguing. I just so want to know what's going on. So they both have struggles with their mothers. They both don't have fathers around right now. I just think it's so interesting, and I love that kind of topic and kind of book with something happening in their families. It's also very original. I mean, the plot is also very original, very unusual. And also, to be really honest with you guys, this is very private, but I feel like I have that kind of curse too. Not exactly the same, but maybe everyone thought of that once in their life. I don't know, but I kind of feel like that. Yeah, not a good feeling. So it's very funny to read about, and I never thought I would read a book that talks about that. So that's very funny. And also, yeah, I really like the plot. I really like the pacing. I like the characters. It's funny. It's refreshing. It's well written, as always, because it's Abby Jimenez, and I'm so glad to be back in her world. This has 5 stars potential, you guys. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but so far, so good. I knew it was 5 stars potential. 100 pages left. I finished Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. Guys, I loved it. I loved it. This is 5 stars. I think so far this is my favorite romance of the year. This was everything. At first, I was like, okay, it's cute. It's cute, it's refreshing, it's funny. This is the kind of rom-com I like, but it's way more than a rom-com. To me, a rom-com is very light. It's very like fluffy and funny, and that's all. And in this book, it's way more than that. It talks about family, and you know me, I'm a sucker for family stories and sometimes like complicated families in childhoods and all of that. I loved how this book talked about having a toxic mother and how you deal with that. Justin is a new favorite book boyfriend for me. I love him, how he's dedicated to his family and also to her, and how he loves her. This was such a beautiful story, and I loved every side character. And oh my god, you guys, when I found out the link with the two first books and the first one, oh my god, I loved it. I didn't see it coming, honestly, and I was like, wait, are we talking about him? Oh my god, I know that character. And I love that feeling. It was so well done. I loved it. And it was so deep and such a good romance that I will remember, I think, for a long time. Obviously, I recommend to read that book if you haven't yet. I don't know why I waited a year to read that book, because last year I read Yours Truly. I didn't have the time in summer to read this one, so I waited a year to read it. I mean, I'm glad, because reading is a matter of timing, like the right time, the right book at the right time, and I think it was the perfect time for me to read it. So I'm so glad I did. I'm mad at myself because I didn't annotate that book. So many good quotes and beautiful things I wanted to annotate to keep. I'm so sad I didn't do it. So maybe I will reread this book one day and annotate it this time. But yeah, I just loved it. You have to read that book. Such a good one. So, second book is Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulek. It is a thriller. This is the story of a little boy that, I mean, this is not the story of the boy, it's the nanny. There's a woman that was an addict, and now that she's clean, she wants to move on with her life, and she finds that job. She has to look after a kid for the summer. The kid's name is Teddy, and she goes to his house to keep an eye on him for the summer. The drawing of these kids gets weirder and weirder, darker and darker, and this is starting to be weird. That's all I know, honestly, and I've heard so many good reviews too about this book, and I'm very excited. I like to change genre because first I read a romance, so I needed to change things up, and I like to change genre, so a thriller next is the perfect book. Anyway, this is the next book. recently picked Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak, and I'm not in the mood for this book. It's not that I don't like it, I've read like 75 pages, and it's not bad at all. The story seems very interesting, and I think I'm gonna love this book, but I don't know why. I don't feel like I want to read that right now. So I started out on a limb. If you know, you know. I've been putting this book on so many TBRs and never read this book. And now I'm in the mood for it. So I'm gonna read this one. I'm gonna prioritize this one. I started it yesterday night and I'm 42 pages in. Love it so far. Really like it. I have no thoughts because it's just the beginning, but yeah, really like it. I am now halfway through the book. I'm page 171 and I really like it. Those characters are such good people. You can feel it. And also their stories about disability is so interesting. I really like that we have that kind of representation in this book. Also how she reacts to the pregnancy with the age she's at and what her childhood was with her mother. Her mother was a very young mother, and her reaction is very real. It feels very true, and that's something I really like. And him, he seems like a green flag. So I love that kind of characters. It's a cozy read, so I'm just gonna continue reading. I'm so glad I've picked that book. I think I've put this book on many TBRs the last maybe 6 months. I don't know. I think I needed to wait until the right time, the moment I would be ready to read it. And I think that was now. And I'm very glad I waited because this way I really can enjoy it like fully. So I'm so happy I waited and picked this book now. This is also a very quick read. I'm binging that book and I think I'm gonna read the rest of it tonight. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue reading and I will update you when I'm done or if I have anything else to say. As you saw, I finished Out on a Limb. I loved that story. That was such beautiful, cute, mature kind of romance, and I really loved it. I loved the representation of disability with his leg prosthesis. Prosthesis? How do you say that word? Prosthesis? In French, we say prothèse, okay? On her underdeveloped hand. I thought it was such a cool story. It's very important to add representation in books because, I don't know, it's important that you can relate to some characters, and when you are not a disabled person, you can relate to every kind of character. If you're white, if you're not disabled, if you, I don't know, you can relate to a lot of characters. But if you are disabled, you don't have that kind of automatic relatable thing. You know what I mean? I'm not sure I'm being very clear. But what I mean is it's great that you have some books like that with disabled people. They were so great. Bo is incredible. His story, his family history, and also his story about his leg. I was moved by his story. That was so beautiful. And the kind of man he is, I just loved it. I just loved it. I loved that she learned to love again, but she learned to love herself because in his eyes, she was incredible. So she could see how incredible she was. And I mean, she could see that beforehand, of course. But it's different to know you have potential. Being with him, she she took action. That's what I wanted to say. So yeah, that was a great book. I really liked it. And the pregnancy trope was very well done. And it's not like glorifying pregnancy. It's not saying anything bad on it. It's just one girl with her experience, how she took it, how it went. That was beautiful. I really liked the side characters too. I think I'm gonna rate it 4.75. It didn't feel like a 5 stars. It didn't feel like an absolute 6-star read to me. I don't really know why. I couldn't tell you what lacked. I think maybe it lacked nothing, but maybe in the end it was very, very, very cute for a very, very long time. I don't know how to explain this, but it was, oh, I have a gift for you. Oh, but I have a gift for you too. But I have another gift for you and another gift for you and another. Okay, we get it. You know what I mean when it's almost a little too much. I don't know. Maybe it felt a little bit like this, but I have to say I usually don't like epilogues, and I ate this one up. Like, I liked it. So yeah, 4.75. Okay, let's recap what we read in today's video. First, I have read Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, which was my favorite romance of the year so far. I loved it. That was such a great book. It's a 6-star read for me. Just love it. Then I started Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak, but I soft DNF this one. Again, this has nothing to do with the book or the writing or anything. I just wasn't in the mood for it. So I only read 75 pages. I'm gonna read this, I think, maybe in October because spooky vibes, I don't know, fall is coming and Halloween is coming. I think I'm gonna be in the mood for thrillers way more. I love thrillers. I usually read at least one thriller a month, but I don't know, this past weeks I haven't been in the mood for a thriller, and I don't know why. I think maybe it's because of summer, and honestly I don't know, but I think with fall coming I'm gonna be in the mood again. So I didn't finish this book. I have nothing to say, but I promise this is on my 25 books for 2025 list. I'm gonna read it before the end of the year. I have to. And then I read Out on a Limb, which I rated 4.75. So those are great reads. I mean, those are great reads. Those were two books I had in mind for month and month. I mean, maybe even a year. I don't know if you feel the same, but sometimes I feel like books are calling for me. I'm not hearing anything. I'm not crazy. But I feel like I was reading this book, okay? And I was sometimes looking at my TBR card. I was like seeing this one and I was like, oh my God, I wish I could just open this one and read it. And after that, I was like, why shouldn't I could do that. I have the right. I mean, that's my books. So that's what I did. And it was the right time for me to read it. That's all I want to say. There is a time for things. And I also have to wait to read this one, I think, because someday is going to be the day. I know it. I'm going to look at this book and I will be like, okay, I really, really want to read this book right now. I think this is the definition of being a mood reader. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, I don't know what to read. I'm going to pick one book. And then you're starting it and you're like, I'm not feeling it. And you don't know why, but you don't feel like reading this one specifically. So you start another one that speaks to you a little bit more at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to stop yapping. I just wanted to recap the books of today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Tell me if you've read any of those and what you've thought of them. And yeah, what are you currently reading? I am curious. Tell me all about it in the comments. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.